Hi and good day to you, sir. We hope by the time you're watching this video, you're well and healthy. I, Nur Fitri, along with my team members, Nur Shazliana and Nur Kasrina, will discuss on FGV Holdings Integrated Report. FGV Holdings Berhad is a Malaysia-based agribusiness that was initially publicly listed on Bursa Malaysia on 28th June 2012. FGV aims to be among the world's leading integrated and sustainable agribusiness that delivers value to their customers and stakeholders. They deliver this value by continuously enhancing their reporting disclosure, not only by preparing annual statements but also an integrated report. Through FGV's integrated report, it features the impacts of 6 capitals, which are financial, natural, manufactured, intellectual, human, social, and relationship. The annual integrated report that will be summarized here covers performance for the year ended 31st December 2021. Financial capitals is broadly understood as the pool of funds available to an organization. FGV is in a position that has steady funds available in several different forms. As at financial year 2021, FGV's total assets stand at 17.96 billion, its shareholders' equity amounting to 5.42 billion, and its cash and cash equivalents balances is at 2.03 billion. All in all, FGV has achieved better financial results and dividends for their shareholders. Their profit after tax and minority interest (PATAMI) sees an 8-fold increase from 146 million recorded in 2020 to 1.17 billion recorded in 2021, regardless of operational disruption, severe labor shortages, and lower palm oil productions due to COVID-19 pandemic. FGV recorded the highest profit earned since the group's listing in 2012. As known, FGV focuses on 3 core business sectors, which are plantations, sugar, and logistics. These sectors are called upstream, while the production of goods arising from these upstream is called downstream. Plantation is FGV's natural input that produces plantation downstream, such as cooking oil, margarine, vegetable ghee, and so on. FGV takes serious consideration on the sustainability of its natural capital, whereas operational improvements are currently ongoing through extensive improvement to replace all palm trees. As of 2021, FGV has completed felling or cut down of 13,127 hectares of palm tree and has successfully replanted 2,815 hectares of it. It is also important to mention that FGV has a land bank of 438,885 hectares of land bank. All palm planted area covers 76.6% of the land bank. Rubber tree covers 1.72%, and 20.9% of the land bank is used for multiple purposes, such as an R&D site. This shows that FGV's natural capital is being responsibly used by the organization, and this supports the current and the future prosperity of FGV. So without wasting any time, I will pass to Shazliana to explain more on the manufactured capital.
Alright, thank you so much, Fitri. Hi everyone, I am Shazliana and I will continue with the next capital reported by FGV, which is manufactured capital. For your information, FGV have 219 different estates in 9 different countries in Asia, North America, and also Europe. So being one of Malaysia's agribusiness champion, they sure own a long list of manufactured capital, and this include 67 mills, 13 bulking terminals, 8 vegetable oil refineries, 1.08 million metric tons of storage capacity, 549 units of logistics sectors, 2 sugar refineries, and also 6 warehouses. For the 67 mills that they own, they process 13.04 million metric tons of fresh fruit bunches, or also known as FFB, and 97% of it being certified by Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil (MSPO), and another 45% are certified by Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil, RSPO. For 1.08 million metric tons of the storage capacity mentioned, it can further be divided to two parts, which are 0.97 million metric tons for liquid and another 0.11 million metric tons for dry cargo. Alright, so that's a little bit for manufactured capital. Now we move on to the next capital, which is intellectual capital. So, FGV believe that their investment in the intellectual capital will actually improve their efficiencies and also sustainability of their natural and also manufactured capital. FGV's intellectual capital consists of 58 highly qualified researchers, 17 agronomists, 3 seed production center, and also 3 R&D center. Not only that, it is also important to mention here that FGV's intellectual capital also include the development of premium planting materials through genomic and breeding program, the integrated pest and disease management, the development of best mechanization practices and digitalization for estates and mill operations, and last but not least, their food and also non-food technology. Alright, now, so we move on to the penultimate capital, which is the human capital. Here, FGV believe that their investment in human capital will be a driving force to their financial capital gains in the long run. Knowing how big FGV is, it is actually expected that they have this big number of workforce. As of 31st December 2021, they have a total of around 43,000 workforce, with majority of them being male workers. Out of the total, we can further divide their workforce to FGV employees, plantation workers, and also MSM employees. As for the plantation workers, majority of them are actually migrant workers coming from countries like Indonesia, India, Bangladesh, and etc. So, FGV allocated around 95,700 training hours for all of their workers, aiming to cultivate a skilled and also healthy workforce and also an innovative work culture. Alright, so that's a little bit from me. Now I'll pass the presentation to Kasrina to continue with the remaining agenda.
Thank you, Shaz, for the explanation. Hi everyone, I am Kasrina, and I'll proceed with the sixth capital mentioned in FGV's integrated reporting, which is social and relationship capital. So as the name itself, this capital actually explains the relationship of FGV with other stakeholders apart from customers, for instance with felder settlers and also the community around them. So here are a few examples. In 2021, FGV has allocated 50 million ringgit for CSR activities, in which from that amount, some of them were allocated to Hemodialysis Center as well as to fund felder FGV scholarship awardees, in which this shows that FGV has a vision to help those felder settlers' children to have a better future. And another example is through the establishment of Gender Equity and Women Empowerment Committee, in which this allow women to have an equal chance to hold high position in the company. Also, through the collaboration with NGOs, they have expanded their conservation program, in which they included pangolin and also pygmy elephant instead of sunbears only. Last but not least, due to high trust with regulators and also suppliers, they have complied with the Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil standard, in which their palm oil is 100% traceable. This means that all of the users can access whether they produce that through sustainable or non-sustainable product. So, moving on to the second part of our presentation, which is risk management process. For FGV, their risk management process involves 3 main stages, which are monitoring and review, risk assessment, and also risk reporting. In the first stage, RMC or Risk Management Committee will actually observe the risk profile for any changes. So let's say if there is no changes, they will then proceed with the second stage, which is risk assessment. In this company, their risk assessment involves 5 main phases, which are establishing the risk context, identifying the risk, analyzing the risk based on the likelihood of it to happen, evaluating which one to be prioritized based on the impact, and last but not least is trading the risk. After that, they will then proceed with the risk reporting, in which they will communicate and inform the effectiveness of the risk management plan to the stakeholders such as felder settlers and also to investors. So, there are few risks faced by FGV in 2021. For instance, the first one, they actually faced commodity price risks where the price of the crude palm oil fluctuated uncertainly. What the company did was that they introduced the commodity trading policy so that they can keep the price at a fair level. As for the second risk, which is related to the workforce, the company actually hired a lot of migrant workers and also foreigners as their main labor in the company. But then, due to the COVID-19 and also during the MCO period, since most of the foreigners couldn't come to Malaysia, what they did was that they optimized the machine so that they can increase the production to fulfill the demand, and also they actually recruited more local workers to help with the production in the company. To summarize our presentation today, we believe that FGV has successfully mentioned all 6 capitals including financial and also natural capital in their integrated reporting. So the integrated report is actually future oriented where they mention the traits, strategies and also the risk mitigation process that they will perform in the future in order to mitigate the risk. Last but not least, through the understanding of the integrated report, the stakeholders can actually understand more on how the company created value over time to them. That's all from us. Thank you.